So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Turan. A probing pass. That pass isn't the best. So there's Massimo Otto, bit of an unsung hero perhaps, but certainly an integral part of an Italy side that conquered the world and a European champion for his club.
Yeah, and he did all that by being the picture of consistency and hard work, the way he nullified the threat of some of the biggest names in the game during his heyday, and that was really impressive.
I remember a lot of those performances really well. And Batistuta! That's another chance! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's Thuram. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pull it. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And it's Otto. Foot in. Strong running down that left flank. And now the breakaway. Seedorf. Now it's Platini. And this is Adriano. Adriano! Cleared without hesitation.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Zanetti. Totti. Totti will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Inter Milan are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. And here's Thuram. Ricci. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Platini running with intent. So what can they make of this? That's beautifully weighted. Totti. Now Ricci. Batistuta. Now that looks a decent ball. Bastoni spots it and intercepts. Half an hour played now. Nesta. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Passes short and sharp. Brilliantly cut out. And he's there to get it away. And it's Zanetti. Crosses it in.
He was too tightly marked when that came his way. Not really much he could do.
That's going wide left. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Totti. Thuram. Bastoni wins the duel this time. Totti does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Jimenez.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Schneider. Chiellini. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Batistuta. Thuram in acres of space out wide. Totti. Schneider.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Totti. Thuram. And that is the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Inter Milan finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Deftly away. Ball is over the line. And here's Thuram. And he lines up a cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Jimenez. And this is Batistuta. That is a brilliant interception. And the shot! And there's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's a
chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Serginho is there, and he can get that clear. Excellent challenge. And a chance! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Platini being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Zanetti.
There they go, hunting again.
He's in plenty of space here. Zanetti can get it clear. Oh, there's a probing ball. Bastoni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Ricci. Kalulu. And it's Totti. Jimenez. He's on it, can he get away? Nesta gets it clear.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 21, numero 9, numero 20.
And it's Zanetti.
Numero 26.
Gattuso gets the foot in and wins the ball.
Totti. Lasciano il campo per il numero 10, il numero 94, il
It's a
numero
pretty
11,
loose pass.
il numero 19,
Looking to play him in.
il numero 5.
And this is
Cambio di
Adriano.
giocatori.
He's shifting through the gears here. That is lovely. Spread to the right. Platini crosses it in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
In once more. And it's hoisted clear. And the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Pullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Inter Milan have... There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Can he stop it going out? Oh, such a clever touch. Inter Milan awarded another corner. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Oh, that's nice. Hangs one in. Zanetti can get it clear. Chiesa. Oh, look at the space. He's had a shot! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
The message is clear. None shall pass.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Totti. And it's Zanetti. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well read, nice interception. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Nesta does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Chiesa, looking for options for movement, and he's managed to get free. This could be their final throw of the dice. Corner number 3 coming up. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Platini is behind this one, looking here to alter the direction of the game. And it's Hullet. Dybala. He's a sharp little ball here. No, it's come to nothing. He has found the way through. Tries a shot! And with that, the end. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome... Well, this is a critical game. A chance for the perfect statement to any potential rival that you are aiming higher at their expense. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary. Shot a goal! Pullet with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
And that has been clear. And he's let fly! And that is wildly off target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Inter Milan have it back and can go again. And it's Zanetti. And here's Del Piero. Oh, nice touch. Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, good chance here! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Sneijder really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And here's Sneijder. And the shot! It's hit the crossbar. Oh! Nice, just not quite.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Sneijder tries to pass it through, pings it across. Tries a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Now it's Pullet. Now it's Platini. Nesta does really well to win the ball there. Lazio do have a chance to counter here. Somewhat off target. Now it's Thuram. Zanetti. That looks a good ball through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And this is Pullet. And here's Thuram. Knocks it out wide. Lovely bit of skill. Maicon's towering header. Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. And it's Maicon. Platini.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Nesta spots it and intercepts. Maicon. Oh, that is a nice touch. That is lovely. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
He's had a shot! It's wide, but not by very much. 30 minutes gone. And it's Zanetti. Zanetti stood his ground strongly. Seedorf. is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Oh, it's come loose.
Lazio really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
And here's Zanetti. He is just caressing the ball. Seedorf cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough.
And a chance! He's scored!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking there.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut.
Oh, good climb! Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Looking for options for movement. Goes for a shot! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Inter Milan, looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. So we're underway for the second half. Zanetti can see things others simply cannot. Serginho. And Zanetti. And it's Sneijder. It's Sneijder! Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Thuram simply refused to be outdone there. Pato going face-to-face with his great rival. Adriano. Sneijder is in a really good position out wide. Platini. He's being urged to shoot. Bullet! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Inter Milan have their second corner now. Sneijder plays it short. Decent chance! And how good was that? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
A case now of complete control. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Serginho. Looking to play him in. Serginho. He shifted it to the flank. And that is headed for the middle. Some resolute defending there. And it's Serginho. Gullit. Oh, shooting chance! And it's there! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Inter Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled.
It's Snyder! No, that's just wide.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Gullit. Zanetti. He's shifting through the gears here. Thinks about the shot. Del Piero.
Inter have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Adriano. Schneider. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He's a sharp little ball here. Now there's a fine ball. And it's made its way to him. Showing good feet. Real chance! And that has flown over.
Schneider most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
Now it's Del Piero. More and more pressure on the ball here. Bastoni. And it's Nesta. Seedorf. Aims beyond the defence. Bergomi deals with that comfortably. Schneider. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Seedorf. Zanetti. He's found a way through. Serginho. And here's Gullit. And here's Schneider. He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nicely weighted ball. Del Piero. He's going for goal!
Del Piero clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Seedorf. Well, that is one way to stop him. Platini. Now it's shoots! And yes, it's there! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
So that's it. It is all over. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense of obligation right from the start. These teams know they cannot falter. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian giant.
And here's Shevchenko, Serginho. Gets a good foot in there. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Zanetti. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Looking to play him in. Gattuso. Quality ball. And it's Shevchenko. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Gattuso kept his eye on it, and he's there. Foot in. And here's Shevchenko. And this is Rui Costa. Lovely bit of skill. Gattuso. And that's a dangerous ball. Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And it's Seedorf. Serginho cuts it out. Now it's Shevchenko. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The ball has bounced loose now. Now it's Hullet. He is through here! And that's a throw-in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Now it's Hullet. Nesta is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Well, that is one way to stop him. And once more he proves rigid and robust. And here's Platini, and he's lost his man here. And the ball's come loose here. And again! And another try! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Now it's Shevchenko. And he's only too happy to take that back. That has been cut short. Oh, he's bustling through here. Rui Costa. Nesta clears. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Platini. He's found a way through. Lovely, now then. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Plays a sharp little ball here. Gattuso. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Driving through the middle. Goes down, but nothing given.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Back where it came from. Gattuso kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And that's really well manoeuvred. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Inter Milan up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Inter Milan have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. So straight into the second half. Inter Milan currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And it's Rui Costa. And here's Shevchenko.
Shevchenko really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Hullet. Oh, what a ball! Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And he can thump it away. Lovely feet. Seedorf. Nesta. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. David De Gea, dominant, commanding, a true colossus between the posts. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Nedved with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. That's good play. Nedved is fouled. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. So a chance here, what can they make of it? And it's Thuram. And he's in on goal! Shevchenko, and the shot! And a goal! There seemed no way back, but they are level. How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Hullet. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And no surprise, that's a booking. Who saw this coming? So close to victory, and it has got away. And this is Shevchenko. And he's gone long. Schneider. That's a cute ball. And that is expertly dealt with.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Picked out brilliantly. Platini! And for a moment, time stood still. Tries to pass it through. Nedved. Platini. And it's Zanetti. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Inter Milan with the corner. They're first. Schneider goes short. Oh, that's nice. Goes for goal! This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from...
It's Snyder! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 7. Numero 9. Numero 2. Lasciano il campo per
5 minutes left on the clock.
Ibrahimovic.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Totti, il numero 15. Attenzione, un cambio.
Zanetti clears without hesitation. And here's Shevchenko.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Adriano. He can run onto that. Oh, sweet feet. Forced to go back. Shevchenko is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Aimed beyond the defence. So no flag here. And the finish! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of count.
And that will be the final act. Inter Milan illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them.